Welcome back. Starting on another new map here. My first day here on this map. It's called Pinewood Forest. I wanted to switch back over to using a harvester and a forwarder. Wow, that's the first tree I've cut. I'm not so sure I'm even gonna be able to play on this map. I'm gonna keep going for a little bit here, see if that changes. I don't know what was happening. That tree was kind of messed up. It was glitching out a little bit. I'm gonna cut that tree, and I think maybe I'll take that one and see. That's probably good for the moment, just to get the landing opened up here, so that when I come in with the forwarder, it's a little more clear. I get more working room. There's already a stack of fake logs over there. I don't know if I've turned around yet. Turn around after we cut this tree here. The trees definitely hop around a little bit in the harvester head, but it was acting funny on the ground. That's what made me question whether this map was going to be playable or not. Drop this over here. I'll turn around real quick so you can see. There's a stack of fake logs over there on the side. Now, I wish I could stack logs up like that in this game, and I always talk about it in every video that it doesn't work. Those logs are just there for decoration, but it'll at least make me feel like I got that option. I don't know what the deal is with those orange lines on the bottoms of these trees. Not quite sure. But there's already a little bit of a muddy dirt road here on this map that they paved out for us, so we'll run down here. It's actually kind of interesting too. I didn't know that there was a busted off tree. You get that busted off tree thing there, so it's kind of interesting. Cutting the trees is a lot slower, like making progress, it seems like. But there's two things. One, you don't have to process all the trees on the landing. You just drop them and you get a finished product. And the other thing, I guess I don't know what the other thing was. That's all I could say. I was gonna say it's fun to use the forwarder when you're cutting trees with the fellow buncher. There's no point in using a forwarder. Now, if there was a different style forwarder that could handle full length trees, that'd be a different story. That was a bad toss with that scrap piece there. Oh, did I just turn my lights on? Yeah, I did. We'll keep them off. I don't need them on. Kind of gives a weird look. I'm pretty much just gonna run down through here and cut every tree that I can reach from the road. Try to stack them up here, make it a little easier for me to get them with the forwarder. Now this is the issue with the base game equipment, is that you cannot rotate the tree at all in the harvester head. It doesn't rotate. I don't know why. If you'll go to rotate a tree and you can see the hydraulic lines rotate, but nothing happens to the tree. I just don't get it. This map seemed a little bit denser when I was flying over. Usually when I go to check out a map, what I'll do is I'll fly over the whole thing, and if it looks like it's a decent map, maybe I'll check out the trees, see what the trees look like, because I don't want to be messing with a bunch of tiny trees. So I'll check out the trees, see what they look like, and then if I can cut this tree, just cut it and get rid of it. Leave that out here in the woods, but it's kind of in my way. So if it's something that I like the looks of, after I fly over it, then I'll fly around. I'll pick out a spot that I want to put my landing, and then I haul all the equipment over. And generally, I don't even bother loading it on a truck and a trailer because it just you waste half an hour doing it. What I'll do is, rather than haul each individual piece of equipment over, if I'm gonna bring a log truck with me, I'll take all the booms, stick them on the bunks of the log truck, and then jump in the log truck and strap all the booms of the equipment to the truck. And then I'll pick up the truck and trailer and fly all the equipment over all at once and drop it all at once. Now, on this one, that's not what I did. I didn't bring a log truck over here yet. All I did was the harvester and the forwarder. So I stuck the boom of the harvester here in the back of the forwarder, strapped it. Then I picked up the forwarder and the harvester, because the boom was strapped in, it carried over with me. Little trick of the trade. I had another video on my Pelican Lake map that I was going to upload today, but I decided see the way those logs are jumping? I don't know what the deal is with that. We'll give this a episode here. It seems to be playable, and we'll see how it goes. But I was going to start with a forwarder and harvester on the Pelican Lake map, but I didn't. I just decided I'd be better off starting a brand new map. So that's what I did here. Started a new map, and we'll get our way worked in here. But I did record a video on the Pelican Lake map, but I didn't really. I don't know. I just felt like the whole video was off. I'll probably still upload it. Maybe I'll do a double upload or something. Upload 2 videos the same day. Give that a try. So if you see 2 videos on the same day, you'll have to guess which one was the. Although it'll probably be pretty obvious. See one that happened first in chronological order. Which video I didn't really like. Which video was good. Now, I think it's kind of actually a wide road here. I didn't realize how wide this road was. Like I said, flying over it, you don't get a very good perspective. So I think I'm going to dive off into the woods right here. Now that I'm a little ways down, I'll have to paint a trail. I'll bring over my forwarder that I still haven't shown in a video yet how I like to paint the roads. Eventually here I'll get it. Kind of wish there was a little bit of brush still attached to those tops, like rather than just a little stick, you have some brush on it, because there still should be a little bit left there. Not the end of the world, but make it a little cooler. I don't know why these trees are shaking so much. Oh, look at that. I turn the headlights on again. Oh, I see why. My chair is hitting my button on my joystick. Couldn't figure out why they're coming on. I was like, it was automatically happening. Now this is obviously a modded map, and it's not a Giants approved one, so it's probably got some kind of glitchiness to it. And this might be just a 1 episode map, who knows? Doesn't really seem to matter. I could keep playing on the same map. Some people might want to see me play on the same map, but if I'm not having fun playing on it, I can't make a video fun to watch, I don't think. Like, I don't know. It's a better video when I'm enjoying what I'm doing. We probably got full forwarder load on the ground. We'll keep going for a couple more minutes here, running this harvester. It just seems. I wish there was the only thing if I had to add anything to this map is I wish there was a little bit more terrain variation. Like, it's a pretty flat map. I wish there was a option for some hill, not like a big hill, just maybe one area that's a little steeper. Get this spun around here. If you get them too bunched up, it makes it tough with the forwarder to get them all evened up, because if they're not evened up, you can't get them tight to the headboard easy. I'll show that in a minute. Once I get in there, looks like a little road in between two fields. It almost looks like there should be stone walls in between these trees. Just a old road going through here. It's too bad they couldn't. You got all these trees that are snapped off here. It's too bad there wasn't an option to why this tree didn't fall for me, but it's too bad there's not an option to whoa. That bugged out. For the map makers, I haven't finished my thought yet. It's too bad there's not an option for the map makers to leave a tree cut down laying out there, like the top to that tree laying in the woods. A little too far here. Can't reach this tree. I don't know that I really like these red lines either. That's kind of odd. I don't know why there's red lines going through these trees. Like it's through the center of all of these. Oops. Go on. Maybe it's like it's to mark it on the landing. Like, I know after you get a big pile of wood on your landing, a bunch of logs, you can mark it with paint. That way the truck drivers, when they come in, they know what trees are what. They don't take the wrong stuff. They don't stack it all on the wrong load. But that could be why he did it, so that when you stack them all up, you got a paint mark on them. But I don't know. I'm just gonna pull this up in here, and we're gonna go get in the four-wooder and see how much wood we get cut up. It's always hard for me to tell, especially because I haven't used this in a while here, the forwarder and the harvester. But these look like pretty big piles here that I got stacked up. Yeah, there might be 2 loads here. Look out here, and I'll probably move these logs here first. That way I can kind of stack them like that on the side. I won't block my road here, but I'll stack them right here. And it's almost giving me a little vertigo the way the ground is just sloped here. It's like the whole thing is just got a gradual slope. I might actually have to stack these a little bit different. Or give it a try here, but I'll either have to change the way I'm stacking these, or I'll have to add some stakes down at the bottom to keep these from sliding down the hill. It's tough to get an eye to get these parallel with the road too when you're in a piece of equipment. The same thing with same problem I have the whole game. My depth perception makes it tough to. I think that's pretty parallel with the road there. You don't know until you get a big pile of logs kind of stacked up there and they don't line up with the road at all. Try to get these kind of stacked neatly. Oh, there goes my phone. I said if you're you don't get a, I've said it before in past videos, if you don't get a neat start to the pile, it makes it tough going up the rest of the way, like building a house. If you don't get a good foundation, you fight it the rest of the way up, so. See if we can get a couple forwarder loads out of here. Going a little slow there. I was putting my phone on vibrate so that way it doesn't happen again. Oh, I forgot that those trees. Guess I didn't get the first ones tied to the headboard. Grab this one here. I always like to adjust the bunks on this board. I always forget to. You can slide them apart. I like to slide them apart, give myself a little bit more working room in the center for the grapple to move. Come on, fall in there. You wiggle the machine back and forth like that, it'll help settle the logs in the back of your forwarder too. Just steer it back and forth. One thing I always try to do, it doesn't always work out for me. It doesn't matter in this video game, but obviously I try to play it like it's real life. I always try to park in a way when I'm grabbing these logs that makes sense. The least amount of boom movement possible. Like I don't want to be spinning 180 degrees from where I pick up the log to where I throw it in the back of the forwarder. Like right here, I probably shouldn't grab that. I should probably drive ahead before I grab it and kind of grab it while it's right on the side of my I don't know if you call it trailer or what for the forwarder here. That way you limit the amount of movements you have to do. You don't have to swing as far in order to get the wood in the back. Trying to get it tamped down there, kind of get it to level out. I should take my own advice and just use the steering mechanism to get it in there. Do as I say, not as I do. It's called having no patience, so my problem. But I try to keep as little the least amount of boom movements as possible, like shortest distance to the back of the forwarder. And also, again, it doesn't really matter for the game here, but if you rotate the logs as little as possible too, you'd have a much smoother ride in the cab versus spinning the logs in a full circle. It'd probably shake you around a little bit. You could spin them. I'm sure you could still spin them and be smooth, but one of those things you don't have to spin them, so why spin them? Like, even that's like, depending on what you're doing, that could have been a move. I don't know. I really don't know exactly what I'm talking about because this isn't my job. I've never done this for a living. I'm just trying to describe what makes sense to me from what I do know. What I do know about the basics of operating machines. See, I'm a little too close to this pile. In real life, you probably wouldn't be, but where where I can't actually lean forwards and look at the cab, I'm a little close. See if I can pull this off here. Can't remember. There's a... If you had a little bit of give on the ground, like if those butts would have jammed into the ground, that would have been a little easier. You could see I got those trees straightened up. I feel like it'd be easier if the butt of the tree jammed into the ground. But I was able to pull it off, so straighten those up. Sometimes it's not worth it though to monkey around doing stuff like that. You just waste more time. I was using the forwarder and the harvester on that hillside on a different map. It was an FDR map. But what I was finding was the hill was a little too steep. It was pretty tough to deal with. I mean, obviously, the hill's more challenging. Should be. It's a hill. But we'll save those. We'll come back for those. It was taking forever for me to just play the game. I was getting sick of it. It was getting annoying. It was cool at first, but I might go back to it eventually. But I wouldn't say there's a very high chance of it. Let's put it that way. Now I can pull up here and drop these logs off. These are nice size here on this map. That's what I will say. Is they're pretty uniform, pretty easy to deal with. They just seem to be jumping around on the ground a little bit. I don't know why. Pretty tough to get too many in the grapple. Like I mean, I just basically just clamped down there and I ended up with 3 right away, and that's kind of what I was going for. You get 4 in there. 4 is a max, and you can do 4, but... Let's see, actually, I might have 5 here. As long as it doesn't fall out, it's fine. Yeah, see, I should have loosened the grapple and let that 5th one fall out. But we can give it a little bit of experimentation. Part of me wants to stack these logs over on top of that pile over there, but it's just going to be annoying when I bring in a log truck and a loader to haul the wood away. When I first started playing this, I used the crane arm view to run the forwarder, and I got pretty used to that. But then one day I figured I should try to go first person and do this normally, and I actually am starting to like this view better than the crane view. At first I was like, I kind of want to switch my view up here, I can't see what I'm doing, but now I don't care. I don't see any reason to go back. I don't know where that tree came from. I'll rewatch this video and I'll be like, oh, that little tree there's that's where it came from, whatever, but I didn't see it until it fell out of the grapple. See that fifth tree in there is just pinched in there. There it goes. Fell out. I must have banged it on something. These logs definitely lay together nice. I mean, they should. They're perfectly straight logs. Pine. Map is called Pinewood Forest. The skins on, or the textures, whatever you want to call it, of these trees, they look a little torn up. I think they are meant to look like that, so after you've run them through a harvester, it peels the bark off, and that's why they look like that. That's what I'm assuming anyway. I was hoping that I was going to be able to get 2 loads out with the forwarder, but I guess it was just a 1 load video. I'll keep going here. I want to get this other load out and get it cleaned up. See how this video goes. Like I said, we might be back on this map. I might be going back to a see, I'm already not doing what I said I was going to do. Pull up to the side of the pile, and then you don't have to swing them as far. Quicker. Oh look, there's a deer out there. Who knows? I might test out the Bella Buncher and Skidder on this map, even after I said I wanted to use the forwarder and the harvester. Probably start a different location, but give it a try, because these do seem to be some nice trees. I still gotta get a multiplayer video going. I said I had mentioned it in the video that's not being uploaded that I was gonna be doing some multiplayer here. It's just being online the same time other people are online and looking to play, so trying to play with some other people making YouTube videos. I'd say who they are, but I actually don't even know who's going to be playing in the multiplayer videos, so we'll wait and see who we end up playing with. It's a Discord group, and a lot of them make YouTube videos, and some of them are just part of the Discord and play with them in the videos. So until I make the video and actually know who it is, I'll just wait, but that's where I wish my steering wasn't auto return to straight. Like I could have would have stayed stayed turned there so I could have loaded these up on an angle. Get this one lone log out here. See, I did turn that one 180 degrees, but the reason I did was because one side was hanging lower. I like to have the side that's, if I grab them, say I'll grab them off center here. I swing around and I got one side hanging lower. And since it's hanging lower, it lays right on top of those other trees as I bring it in, and I can push it right up to the headboard before I drop it, where if it's the other way, I kind of got to guess. Like if the headboard side was still up in the air, I'd have to kind of guess at the distance it was to the headboard when I go to drop it. I'll just do an example here just so I can explain what I'm saying here. See how it's up in the air there. The grapple is touching the logs in the trailer. I kind of got to guess at where to drop it so that it's close to the back. Those ones fell out because I dropped them in the wrong area. Here I go trying to give it a little teaching moment, and I mess myself up. Sometimes it helps too if the log's swinging around and you don't know where to drop it. If you kind of loosen the grapple and let it fall down a little bit, don't open it up all the way so it completely falls out, but just loosen it so it starts to lay down a little bit. Let's see. Get all the logs over here. Looks like it. Just these two left. Oh, we got that loaded up pretty quick. We get it stacked up with our other one. This will probably be a full log truck load. So I think this is probably faster to get a full truckload. It's also technically less times handling the tree. If I really wanted to be efficient, what I could do is bring the log loader over. I'm going to actually pull on the side of the pile this time. I could bring the log loader over and unload the logs right out of the back of the forwarder onto a log truck. Or I could, I mean, for that matter, I could do it with the forwarder. It's just easier to do with the log loader. You sit up a little higher. This is more than capable of loading up onto a log truck, though. Been a minute since I've used this in the game here, so takes me a minute to get used to it. Not that I was ever really good at it. I wouldn't say I was ever bad, so. I wish there was a little bit more. Wish the rotate on this grapple was a little bit more precise. It's the same thing with the skidder grapples. They're not super precise. A little tough to use sometimes. Whoops. The grab and release function could be a little bit faster too. Sometimes it seems like it takes a while to release. Like it's closed. The problem is it's because it's like it's got almost like a bungee cord tension system to it. So like I'm releasing, and then it finally opens up because it's almost like the grapple is going from its fully closed state here to open. Trying to straighten that back out there. There we go. If you're ever trying to tap logs like that with a forwarder, when I first started doing it, I was trying to like swing like almost like this, moving several functions at once. But what I've since taught myself is to just do smaller movements, like that's get at the height I want, then rotate it, or just swing the stick boom in and out to bonk it. Don't be using the main boom, stick boom, rotate. This gets kind of tough to tap the logs when you're moving all kinds of stuff around. That's probably pretty close to a full truckload. Park this over here for now. But anyway, another new map. Tried a new one today. I hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks for watching.